Welcome back, everybody. We're continuing our conversation with Georgia's former President Mikhail Saakashvili, and we're happy to have you here with us. And I wanted to just ask you quickly, you had said that in a recent editorial that Mr. Putin's motivations are similar to those of pre-war Germany. He wants to rectify what he sees as the unjust treatment and humiliation by Western powers after the Cold War. Can you tell me why you feel this way?
Well, I mean, it's very similar. It's like a carbon copy of what happened to Sudetenland in Czechoslovakia when Germany was starting its onslaught on Europe. Basically, they claimed that, and they had indeed 2 million German speakers in Sudetenland, so they went so-called to protect them. But then European power and the Neville Chamberlain, British Prime Minister back then, said, well, Czechoslovakia is a faraway country and we should not care about the quarrels between the peoples of whom we know very little. And then Poland followed, and then other places all over Europe. And as Winston Churchill said, appeasers, feed one country by another to crocodile, hoping that they will be the last to be eaten by the crocodile. And it looks like Putin is on a rampage, and it's a very ideological one, because Putin thinks that Cold War for him is not over, that he needs revenge in Cold War. It's about liberty. Ukrainians are not fighting just for their territory. Ukrainians were fighting for a big part of the Western world. That's why they had just peaceful revolution, with very bad crackdown from the government, which used force against them. Now, if the United States don't stand up for freedom now, then the core U.S. interests will be violated, because, these are the principles which made the Western world strong. And Ukrainians are going to the West for that principles, not just for the sake of geopolitical choice. And that's exactly what Vladimir Putin wants to stop. That's exactly what Adolf Hitler wanted to stop in the 1930s. So there are lots of similar parallels, and I'm not the only one to draw them. And I think we need to draw lessons from the examples of the past. I think that the U.S. has been prime benefactor from international law and order that had been established in Europe after Second World War and after the end of Cold War. Breakdown of that law and order will primarily harm U.S. interests and will damage the cause of freedom and liberty all around the world.
Mr.
And I
President,
think that's very, very dangerous situation.
We thank you so much for your insights. I know this is a very tough time for you as you watch what's taking place in Crimea, but we will check back with you and keep us posted on the developments as you see them.
It's a very dangerous situation indeed today, tomorrow, the days to come, and it needs to be closely watched, because it's not only about Ukraine, it's about the world order and about freedom and democracy in the world.
All right.